I don't think there's nothing wrong with being alone. I don't think there's nothing wrong with liking to be alone. But when I face challenges, I go to be alone as a form of self-defense, as a form of a shield to protect myself. As a result, I've been alone more than ever. As a result, I'm deprived from my social needs. So, I feel lonely. We're humans. We are social creatures. So just like how we need food and water, we also need that social interactions. To put it simply, when you feel hungry, you need food. When you feel thirsty, you need water. So, when you feel lonely, you need humans. You need social interactions. Just the intensity might be different. That is what actually differentiates an introvert and an extrovert. So, they might need a little or they might need a lot. But the point is, we need it. So, after realizing that I was actually depriving my own self from my own social needs, I tried to socialize back. But everything is so socially awkward for me. It's like I have to learn how to talk to humans again. I have to learn how to hang out. I have to learn all these social cues again. So that really ruined my confidence, and especially because I learned psychology, but somehow I'm scared of humans and feel like I cannot understand them. I remember talking to myself like, you've learned this. You're interested in this. Why can't you do it? Why are you so bad at it? But at least I came to my senses. People have strengths, people have weaknesses. People have unexpected strengths and unexpected weaknesses. So do I. Now I have this one weakness that I did not expect. But you know what? I'll work on it. I'll work on it until I'm able to overcome it, so at least I can go through on the basic level. And to actually learn by all of this and to actually practice this, to actually keep track of this, it feels weird. It feels very weird as a human to do it. You feel like a human should naturally know how to do this, but somehow I can't put it off. So I remember feeling very weird and as a result feeling very demotivated. But then I regained my motivation. If I need this to fulfill my social needs, I'll do it. If I need to do this to form genuine connection with people, I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes. Weird or not, usual or not, I'll do it. And when I need help, I will ask for help. That is why in that video, just say hi, that is literally what I'm asking people. That is just what I'm asking people around me. Just say hi. Because with just me alone, I may not have that courage to go and say hi. So if people do come to say hi to me, that will help a lot. So back to the topic of I like being alone. There are two periods of time where sometimes I am alone because I want to be alone, but then at the same times I'm alone because I pull myself away from conflicts and withdraw myself from people. As a result, it actually takes away the fun of being alone. I remember crying for lots of nights just because of this. So here's my reflection. You can enjoy being alone when you hang out enough with people. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being alone. Being alone is just a condition, an external condition. You're alone. Like even right now, I'm alone. I have no one with me. But not loneliness. Loneliness is not okay. Loneliness kills just as smoking and obesity do. And that leads me to my second reflection. You can enjoy being around people when you have enough alone time. Yep, it's the opposite and the opposite holds true. Take note the word enough, because like I said, we need different intensities and we like different intensities. Some like little social events, but they actually need a lot. And some need a lot of social events, but they only go to little of them. So take note of what you like, but most importantly, take note of what you need. So I got two messages to two people. The first one goes to those who are lonely, who feel lonely. I don't mean romantic wise of loneliness. I really meant that kind of loneliness when you feel isolated, when you feel no one wants you, when you feel no one understands you. And I meant that kind of loneliness that brings all of those feelings that actually halt you from functioning. So, to you, I get you, and you're not alone. If you feel lonely, that's a sign that you need social interaction. And if you self-deprive yourself, that won't be good to you. I'm not here to tell you how to get out of loneliness. You can Google that and there will be a bunch of steps and tips. I'm just here to telling you, in doing all of those said steps and tips, you may feel weird, you may feel uncomfortable with yourself, and you may even feel less human. And ultimately, you might ask yourself, do I need to do that? Well, the answer is yes. No matter how uncomfortable you are, no matter how weird you feel, you need to do it, because that's the only way out of loneliness, is to do things that will get you out of loneliness. It will feel hard, it may feel weird, it may feel uncomfortable, but that is the way out. The second goes to those people who may not fancy being alone, to those extroverts who really just feel angsty when they're alone. Being alone is just a condition. It does not define who you are. Being alone in a certain place in a certain time does not equate you of being lonely, does not equate you for not having any friends, any true friends of what sorts. People might think like that. You might think like that. But that is simply not true. So, when you want to be alone, or even when there are things where you need to be alone, when there are things that you need to do it alone, just go and do it alone. Then when you're done, go back to your people. Go back to your homies. It's as simple as that. And when you think about it, if you need to be around people too much that you simply cannot being left alone, does that not help you to function appropriately too? So, through that perspective, does it not equate loneliness in some way? Think about it.